Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at the 6th installment of what I like to call Ticked Off Thins Tuesdays, where we take a look at various answers to this question.
Fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
This pillow will help me should the rage overcome me. Oh wait, we haven't even started yet. I'm already freaking boiling, dude. Jesus, I hate everyone so freaking much. To help me simmer down a little bit, I think first we should apply comb to mustache.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
I'm not even pretty sure I know this one does. I have on more than one occasion had a man very unprompted say that he didn't want to sleep with me.
Alright, I started it off on this one because I actually believe her. I have seen people do this, so I want some of you fat people to understand that a lot of the things that you're going to see in here are not exclusive to fat people. If some dude randomly comes up to you and is like, I would never bang you, that dude is a pathetic loser. First, he assumes that anybody cares what his opinion is. Second, he assumes that you're going to be devastated upon learning that you do not get to mate with him. He is delusional on 2 points at least. And when people go out of their way to pick on you like that, that's because that's a pathetic person. We're going to see that a couple of times throughout these, and I will call it out for what it is each time.
And when I tell them I wasn't interested in sleeping with you anyways, they get really upset.
Right? As if you're supposed to be like, oh my goodness, man who is not obese, please bed me down. Since I am obese, I would love to be with you. Surely I could do no better, and you are throwing me a bone here, both literally and figuratively. I'm not bagging on this person, I'm bagging on the guy who said that to her, by the way, in case you're not picking it up.
Because obviously as a fat woman, I'm automatically undesirable. And therefore it's the man's job to reject me.
When you didn't even ask. He was doing that thing that a lot of dudes do where they think if you treat girls like crap that they will want you. You're supposed to be like, he doesn't even want me. I must have him. But like, a lot of dudes who try that, they're missing a lot of the fundamental aspects of this. They're just like, treat women like crap, question marks, profit. You're like, what? There's a step 2 in there, buddy, I'm telling you. If you want to, like, playfully, you know, like, bag on a woman or something, she's got to pick up that it's playful. You can't just go up to her and be like, you are a piece of garbage, and I would never be with you, and expect her to be like, wow, he doesn't even want me. He is very desirable. I want him now because he does not want me. It's not that simple, and it doesn't work like that. Maybe if you had already established a rapport, and you said, like, something playful, but, like, taking a jab at the person, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, man. There's a lot of complexities to this flirting thing. For some people, flirting is just saying, hey, you are disgusting. You want to go get a hotel or something? And some people might like that. Some people like to be treated like crap.
Some men literally cannot stand the idea that I'm not interested.
It's not that. It's a deeper-seated issue with them, and it's not you. So this is not a thin person issue and things that thin people dislike about fat people. This is a loser men issue going online, which is where I'm guessing this is all happening, and trying to make themselves feel better about having nothing going for them by crapping all over you. You should see that and not internalize any of the negativity on yourself. But this is a lesson we learn as we get older.
They think I should be desperate, right? Not to mention the fact that when I make a man upset, their go-to is to call me fat.
Oh yeah, that's the generic one.
I already don't take them seriously. Like, why would I care if they think I'm fat? I already know that. And honestly, I trust the opinions of the women who tell me I'm pretty more than I would a man anyway. Not to sound like I'm bragging or anything.
So here's just a little tip about psychology for all of you. If somebody comes up to you randomly and they're like, I wouldn't do you, A, they want to do you, and B, they're trying to use some little sly backdoor tactic to hit on you without like putting themselves out there and being like, hey, would you like to go out with me? They're trying some little sly tactic, right? Because everybody is such a coward. Nobody can just come out and be like, hey, I think that you're attractive. Would you like to go get a drink or something? Because if someone says no, then you're like, oh no, I got rejected. Since everyone is such a coward of getting that rejection, people will do all kinds of silly nonsense. They'll come at you with insults because they want you. They'll act indifferent because they want you. They'll do all kinds of wacky stuff because they want you. At least in my mind, every single thing that people are doing around me is just because they want me. You can keep playing your little games, landlord, and saying that you keep coming around because I'm several months behind on the rent. But you and I both know you want me. Quit playing games. Succumb to your primal desires. I hope my landlord never sees this. He's going to throw me out. Thus far, rage level is a 0 out of 10. Next.
Fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
It's a particular group of thin people, but going to like a new doctor.
A particular group of thin people. Doctors? Oh, okay. Yeah, they are the most annoying group of thin people I could think of.
And having them be convinced that you're completely unhealthy, and then watching their heads explode when they can't prove it.
Bruh.
Oh, yeah. We've got another one where the fat person is like stumping their doctor. The doctor's all like, wait a minute, you're overweight. They're like writing on the chalkboard, doing all these calculations. According to my calculations, you should be this amount of unhealthy. And then all your blood work comes back and he's like, wait, it can't be. This can't be. They told me that the virus would only be active for 2 days in the South Pacific. Wait, what? That doesn't have to do with shit. You're healthy, but your BMI is high. Your chances of health are nigh. He starts becoming Dr. Seuss. I recommend you eat green eggs and ham. Stick to your meal plan. Don't ever go against the fam.
Like, I have a great primary care doctor now, but a few years back, I went to one just to get like a yearly physical, and she was like, ooh, I think we're gonna really need to do some work, aren't we?
And you started laughing. The mental picture of that cracks me up. Alright, so looking at your chart and all of your numbers, it's not looking too healthy here, I hate to break it to you. This BMI is really high. You are soon to be experiencing diabetes, hypertension, all sorts of adverse effects. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, bud? I'm sure, dude. Yeah, I'm sure. Whatever, homie. Dude, take that lab coat off. You look like a dumbass.
She ran my blood and like my cholesterol's good, my blood sugar's good, yada yada yada, my blood pressure's fine.
Oh yeah? Do one push-up. Do one pull-up. Climb up a flight of stairs in a 10-story building. These people are always trying to show off their blood work like it's some sort of symbol of health. You know how many dudes are on roids and they go get their blood work looked at and they're like, yeah, it's all good, I guess I'm good to go. Dude, that is such a small measure of health, looking at your blood, dude. Like, what the heck? The heart that pumps the blood through the body is incredibly strained, but the blood itself is looking pretty good. Your heart pumps at about half the capacity it should. Yeah, but the blood that it does pump is very high quality. That is not your regular ass blood, man.
And I slowly watched her brain implode.
Bruh.
Are you sure? Are you sure her brain was imploding because she was so shocked at how healthy you were, despite the fact that you were overweight? Or her brain was imploding because of all the ridiculous stuff that you were saying to her, and how you started laughing when she tried to give you advice on health? The look that you saw on her face, was it something like this? Because if it was, I would like to tell you that that is not the look of somebody's brain imploding. That's the look of somebody's brain imploding. Ooh, you got me all heated up now. Take it on down a peg. Take it down several pegs and notches.
When she couldn't find anything. Stay mad.
So the doctor got mad when she couldn't find anything, and you really won, huh? And I told that doctor, I'm in perfectly fine health. All you're really doing is displaying your fat phobia, not so much your doctorate. And then I honked twice, beep beep, as I rolled off in my mobility scooter. My rage level's about a 1 out of 10 right now. I could be angrier, honestly. I could be a lot angrier. So let's take a look at the next one.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
Oh man. I mean,
Probably existing.
How about stealing all their drugs because your pupils are enormous? This looks like a very well-lit room, and your pupils are pretty large for a room that well-lit. So they get mad when you take their mushrooms or their cocaine. Ay, papi. Sorry. Here's another one where somebody thinks that people are mad just because they are existing. I think I know what it's about. I think it's more like what the first person said, where like random people will come up and be like, hey, you're fat, I don't want to bang you. Or random people will come up and be like, hey, you're fat, you shouldn't live anymore. When stuff like that does happen to you, it's not because you are fat. It's because you are somebody that this person sees as a target to bully. They are a coward, and they're looking at anybody who has no self-esteem and taking their day out on them because they're not living their best life. You need to have the intelligence to see that. You need to have the intelligence to see why people are saying things to you instead of just being like, why would they say that? It hurt me so much. It's not valid. Next.
What's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
They hate that I'm a working model.
You're a working model, dude? God, I hate that. Okay, now my rage is really building. I hate that so much because... Wait, why do I hate that again? It's okay, Pillow. It's okay, Pillow.
They hate that I get paid based on what I look like. I have been told that plus-size modeling is not real modeling.
Well, I mean, whether it's real modeling or not, some models actually have to put in work and try to maintain a certain physique, and other models just come in with the body that regular people walking down the street have, and they seem to give them a modeling contract. I could see other models being jealous of that, sure, and it wouldn't make them any less of a person to admit that. If you get paid just for sitting there, and I'm not getting paid just for sitting there, I'm jealous. On a surface level, I'm not like jealous to where I'm thinking about this or giving half of a shit ever, but when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I would like that too. So in that sense, yeah, I'm jealous of anybody who gets paid just to sit there.
I have been told by thin people that, hey, if I was fat, I could be a plus-size model too.
Maybe they could. You know, maybe if you go and try to be a thin model or whatever and it doesn't work out, you just gain a bunch of weight. I mean, you have two different chances now, right? I like that. I like that we have a second chance now. You may not make it in the thin modeling world. However, if you don't make it there, you go and you just start eating. You go on a quest to develop the body in the opposite direction that you used to have. And then you go to an obese modeling gig and you take your shot there.
They cannot stand that I model athletic wear.
Bruh.
What is this pose, my friend? What the heck? This looks like you have never been outside before, never moved your arms or your legs in your entire life, just the stance that you're in right here. I'm not saying any of that based on the weight that you have. It's not like you're so obese that the concept of you exercising is crazy. It's just that the particular pose that you had in that particular photo, you were standing there like somebody who, first of all, has never been outside, and secondly, has never moved their arms and legs in unison before. You were just like... It was the most unnatural looking thing that I've ever seen in my life. They're like, all right, now do a pose like you're going for a walk. You're all like, God, I love that picture. Sporty Susan over here. Oh my goodness. I am jealous of that. I am jealous of your walking form. You look like you're trying to decide whether you want to do a squat or a lunge in this position. You could go either way with this one.
They say plus-size modeling isn't real modeling, but I'll tell you, the money is real.
Yeah, but how much of that money is going right back to your doctor? All right, Sporty Spice, enough. We've got time for one more, my friends.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
Rejecting a thinner guy when he hits on me.
Dude, yeah, honestly, that did kind of hurt me, bro. What the hell? I don't know if I would say that that pissed me off as much as it made me hurt. This is the mouth you make when you're about to cry. When somebody's about to have like a really, really bad, uncontrolled cry, and there's that little, it, like the dam is about to break. The little, like right before the
Some of the most rude and offensive comments I've ever gotten in like gay world.
All right, well, that's just a common thing in human beings with rejection in general. Again, a dude hits on you, you're like, no thanks, dude. And he's like, what? You're fat anyway, asshole. Dude, that's human beings in general, man. I don't know if it's just men. I think women get bitter and salty as well if you turn them down sometimes. But it's just a human being thing. He just called you fat because that was the most obvious, low IQ nonsense that he could think of at the time. You turned him down, and he's like, what? You're fat. And then you're all like, oh, these people really do hate fat people. You couldn't see it for the obvious nonsense that it was, like he's just butthurt because you turned him down. He could have said anything. If you reject somebody, do not take the insult that they come at you with right after that seriously at all. Whatever they come at you with is not valid. They are hurt. They are very hurt indeed.
I have come from guys who were thinner than me who thought they were doing me some kind of favor by being interested in me.
That's also insecurity. When you reject somebody and then they're like, what? You rejecting me? They're just trying to cover up their own shame because they couldn't handle the rejection. We would all be much better as a society if we could be adult enough to handle rejection. This happens in every facet of life, not just romance. If you don't get the job, I didn't want that job anyway. Like, just, dude, what are we, children? We all do it. Let's grow the hell up, all of us. But you should be mature enough to see it for what it is and stop blaming it on fat issues or thin people this, thin people that. It's just a man who is scorned because you wouldn't give him the sweet, sweet loving that he needed.
I've been told I was lucky that someone that looked like them would be interested in me.
Oh yeah, that's a classic when you get rejected. You're lucky that I was interested in you at all. Oh yeah? Well, you still lost because I rejected you. That's the rules. I'm sorry. If you don't want to lose, then don't ever put your heart out there. It's the only way to never get hurt. Don't ever put yourself out there or you might get hurt. No, seriously, put yourself out there. Who cares if you get hurt? If you never take the risk, you'll never get the reward, baby. Oh, wow. I am just a fat man, living his life, minding his own darn business, walking down the darn street is what I'm doing. Hey, Daddy, you want to go out and get a drink sometime? What? Oh, no, thanks. I'm actually taken. I'm not available. Oh, wow. You are a fat piece of crap. I hate you. Wow. You are total garbage. You're lucky that I was even hitting on you at all. I am way better than you. Damn this fat phobia coming from thin people in general. Surely this is not a personal problem for the individual involved. Surely this means that all thin people hate fat people. And none of those things ever happened. Alright, as this draws to a close, I'm gauging my rage level, maybe a 3 out of 10, like, mildly annoyed. You're gonna have to try harder than that, fat acceptance. The pillow, she is hardly even dented. You're gonna have to do better than that. I like it rough. Oh, whoa, pillow. Oh, things are getting a little crazy now. You just go over there. This is a family show. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.